A young family buys their first home, then finds out it's contaminated with meth.
And now they're paying for a home they can't live in and staying in a family's basement.
Only on KRDO News Channel 13, Maria Garcia finding out there are no easy answers and it could happen to anyone.
We wanted everything to be perfect.
Jason, a wounded veteran, and Lauren Hardy with little Kelly. A young family, a first home. Now that home, a black hole for their money.
We're devastated. It's this shock because it's just a sinking feeling.
This young family getting ready to start their lives inside of this house, unpacking all their belongings, their furniture, pictures, even getting to know some neighbors. But that is when the unthinkable happened.
It is a toxic site and should not be lived in by anyone.
The house contaminated with meth. Lauren says it was the house she wanted, the perfect space for their little princess. And that kitchen.
I was putting up the temporary blinds and I had noticed syringes in the window wells.
It was suspect, sure, but all of the Hardy stuff was already in the house.
And I didn't know what to do. So I continued to move our things in.
Then she asked neighbors. They confirmed her worst fear. It was a drug house before being remodeled. Tests the Hardy family paid for found the meth on the walls, air vents, mostly upstairs.
If we hadn't have seen anything and asked questions, we would have been oblivious.
Meth can cause respiratory and circulation problems, and according to some doctors, it may even cause cancer.
We are inside of the contaminated house, making sure we're protected. The family waiting for us outside. They felt uncomfortable coming in, but I do want to show you this. What should have been this little girl's bathroom now sits completely disheveled. There was some testing done here and contamination found.
This is Lauren's father, Bob Wenz. He's been helping his family navigate an endless sea of paperwork, making countless phone calls trying to get answers. And the Hardys have been living with him and his wife for a year.
Knowing that my family could have moved in there, my granddaughter, the potential that could have come in terms of harm is a little scary.
Little Kelly could be in serious danger if she lived in that contaminated house. Children play on the floor, put their hands on the walls, then in their mouths. That is direct contact. All her clothes and stuffed animals left behind, contaminated. They'll be thrown out. Her dad, Jason, says he's thankful for the help, but it's just been so long.
It's pretty hard. Especially after a year, but you know, you do what you can and then sometimes it doesn't turn out right.
Here's what Wenz found out. The home, originally owned by a military couple, they were transferred and rented out the house. Wenz says the tenants wrecked that home. The owners gave it up to the bank, Wells Fargo. And there it's at, people coming in and out, alleged criminal activity taking place inside. Neighbors banded together, telling Wells Fargo to take care of its property. The bank cleared the home and returned it to the VA, but it didn't reveal the drug issue. The VA in turn sold the home to a second couple who remodeled that house and sold it to the Hardys. Yeah, it's complicated.
Running into dead ends after dead end after dead end, you just kind of start losing faith.
The Hardys can't sue Wells Fargo since they didn't buy the house from the bank. So now they continue living in the Wenz house, paying their mortgage for a home they can't live in.
If I don't, we go into foreclosure. I can't buy a house for 7 years. I'll be 35 years old and not own a home. And who wants that?
Wenz found something called the Brownfield Project, part of the EPA. The family was selected for a free remediation, but they don't think they can go back into the home, even after it's cleaned. Too much hurt. Maria Garcia, KRDO News Channel 13.
And here is the latest on the Hardy story. Lauren, Jason, and little Kelly are still living in the Wenz basement. Now, the Brownfield Project has sent several crews into the home to get cleanup bids. The family is still in talks with Wells Fargo. They want the bank to officially apologize. Don't worry, we will keep tracking their progress.